Hello, this is Nitin Dahad with the Times. I'm here at the DAC 2025 conference in San Francisco. I'm talking to Sailesh Kumar, who's the CEO and co-founder of Baya Systems. Hello, Sailesh.
Hey Nitin, great to meet you.
How are you?
I have been doing well, how about you?
Good. So we spoke literally a year ago on the show floor here. You came out of stealth, raised money, you had backing of people like Jim Keller. Tell us a little bit about how the year has gone and what's happened since then.
Yeah, exactly 1 year ago we came out of stealth. So in a way we launched our company here at DAC. And at that time our vision was to accelerate the data movement and make it more efficient for everyone.
Yeah.
And we have been literally following the mission for last 1 year. It has been very eventful year, I will say. A lot of growth. The company has grown in headcount, I think about 4x more headcount today. Somewhere along the line,
4x in terms of?
Headcount.
Headcount, okay, yeah.
And somewhere along the line, in the middle of, end of last year, we raised our Series B funding.
So how much was that?
We raised $36.5 million.
So that makes a total of?
Total of about 50 million, close to 50 million.
Okay.
And this round was very interesting because we managed to get Synopsys in. So Synopsys came in as a new strategic investor.
Okay.
They are also a close partner, and as you can imagine, they are number one IP company in the world. So,
yes.
So it's great to have Synopsys on board. Obviously, we also work with Cadence in the sense that our tools our IP is fully compatible with their design flow. Synopsys and Cadence are half and half, so it's important to make sure we are friends with both.
Yeah.
So that was funding, and since then, I think we have won, I will say, at least a dozen new design wins in the high performance fabric space. Where we are excelling is the high performance fabric space, where the performance requirements are extremely high, the scales are very high.
What kind of figures are we talking about?
So you're talking about definitely multiple petabyte per second total bandwidth.
Yeah.
I mean, these days people are building extremely high performance systems. Like last month, I think Jensen announced a new system where they had 72 GPU packages on a single spine, and total spine bandwidth was 130 terabyte per second. And he literally quoted on stage that this is the total, exceeds the total bandwidth of the internet.
Yeah.
So. To be honest, today these products are not shipping, but today we are working with our customers who are building designs that already exceed that bandwidth.
And in terms of silicon, in terms of what you need to deliver that is going to be significantly less cost and silicon, I guess.
Exactly. So that's the whole premise, that it's more efficient.
Yeah.
Not only that we can provide the needed functionality and performance, but also provide it more efficiently with lower silicon area and lower power. So that's what we are seeing actually. So one interesting trend that we are observing is not only that we are winning new sockets, we are also winning sockets that has a previous in-house fabric design. And we just wrote a white paper with one of the first such customers who transitioned from their legacy fabric to the new fabric, our fabric. And in the white paper we talk about 66% higher throughput, 15% lower latency, and almost half the silicon footprint compared to their in-house design.
And so the white paper is co-written, is published, or?
It's actually on our website. We haven't socialized it.
Okay.
We will do it after that.
And which customer?
So this is actually TenseTorrent. TenseTorrent AI design. So they had the in-house AI fabric, one of the most efficient AI fabric designs out there, and they transitioned. And there's one more customer with which we are also writing a white paper that is not out yet. So this is a very interesting and exciting trend that we are seeing. That winning a new socket is somewhat a lower bar because you're building you have a clean slate of paper, you're building a brand new design. But if you have an in-house design, there's a strong inertia to move transition the whole architecture. Unless there's a strong value proposition, it makes no sense. And that trend is very, very encouraging for us.
It's interesting. I mean, what are you seeing as you mentioned that as one of the challenges, but what are the other challenges? Because always in the industry, startups are always viewed with a little bit of, okay, I'm not going to do that yet until it gets proven. So what are you seeing, that kind of inertia as well at the moment?
Absolutely. I will say that's the biggest inertia. I mean, we are still 2.5-year-old company, and Fabric is such a foundational piece of the system that if someone is building $1 billion, I mean these days to build high performance silicon, just $100 million is a tape-out cost. The total system cost can be $1 billion. So if someone is building $1 billion product, there's a strong inertia to kind of go with a startup which doesn't have a lot of history. But I think the way we are overcoming it with the very strong team that we have built, and the very strong product and the KPIs that we
And
bring.
you said the 10 sockets you've won since the last year. Significant number is in the hyperscalers, or?
Yeah, so all types of. I mean, if you look at the fabrics, I will actually put the fabrics, or the types of systems in 4 buckets.
Yeah.
One is the legacy, cache coherent CPUs.
Okay.
These are hyperscaler multi-core compute.
Yeah.
Then we have specialized AI accelerators. We see a lot of those as well. These days, all the startups practically are doing AI accelerators.
And some are falling down as well.
Some are falling down, and some are being created as well,
Yeah.
which is very interesting.
Yeah.
And then the third is really the whole, infrastructure. People are doing scale-up, scale-out silicon nowadays. UA-Link is a new standard. NVIDIA has opened up their NVLink. So now people are building new infrastructure with extremely high density switching. So that's the whole networking infrastructure segment. So we have multiple design wins in that segment as well, where performance requirements can be very, very high. And then the last segment is the legacy SoC, where our competition plays largely. We have design wins in that space as well, but our focus right now is high performance, AI, multi-core, superscalar architectures, hyperscalers, and then the last one is the whole infrastructure where very high bandwidth requirements. So we have design wins across all the 4 segments.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about the technology. What is, maybe some of our readers will know, but just give us your key differentiation in the market.
Yeah, so I think, in terms of technology, we have built a brand new way of doing fabrics, because these days, everyone is building highly heterogeneous architecture.
Yes.
They have accelerators, they have CPUs, they have GPUs, they have different types of memories, different types of caches. So the traffic has become highly heterogeneous. And trying to tackle this problem with different types of fabrics as standalone fabric can be very inefficient. So we have come up with a unified approach where we take the entire system requirement and then we build the right components and provide the right set of features that are required for various types of flows. So it's a unified fabric architecture, and what we are seeing with this type of methodology is, based on different applications, we can get, extremely high efficiency, because we can share the resources, wires, transistors, for different types of flows, because we have a unified view of the entire system.
Okay, but so what is that, a chiplet-based approach? I think you're using, or?
Yeah, chiplet. Obviously, we support chiplets. I think now everyone is building chiplets, chiplet-based systems. Chiplet is the kind of future trend. So our entire fabric architecture also supports chiplets.
Oh, okay.
So foundationally, it's built for multi-chiplet designs, and most of the design wins we have today are multi-chiplet based.
Okay. So and then, in terms of getting the next steps into what's next for you now?
Yeah, that's a great question. So
I guess more funding.
I don't think we are looking for funding right now, because I think we have had a great Q1 where our actually bookings exceeded our cost. So certainly on the current plan, I think we are well funded. We have plenty of money in the bank.
Good.
So right now, I think it's all about scaling the company.
Okay.
I think we have built a great foundational technology. Now, obviously, we have a long way to go. We have to add more features. We have to make it more polished. We have to do emulation. We have a long way to go on the product side. But I think right now we are at a point where we are ready for customers. So I think it's really to scale the company, both on the technology side, in team size, as well as the whole product and marketing and sales side.
So I mean, basically, the question I would ask as a customer then is, why should we come to you?
Yeah, so I think we have the product is ready. As I said, we have more than a dozen design wins already in these spaces. And what we are seeing, in most of these wins is that there's no alternative except your in-house design.
Got it.
So off-the-shelf IP providers don't have the level of scaling and performance that we provide.
Yeah.
So I think the biggest competitor we have, is really in-house designs.
Okay.
And now we are seeing that trend of, those designs also switching, which is very encouraging.
Yeah.
So I think, to be honest, we bring the best, most scalable solution. So that's the main reason we are winning today.
Okay. Well, Sailesh, thank you very much.
Yeah, great to meet you.